Hi, I'm Leon Lovelace, and this is Unstoppable Force. Okay, I got a news story for you guys from the Washington Post about Planned Parenthood, and I have some of the results from an analysis that a segment of the federal government did. Okay, a congressional plan to make Planned Parenthood ineligible for federal funding would leave many women without services to help them avoid pregnancy, resulting in thousands of additional births, according to a new federal budget analysis. So this is already a problem right here. So this is the first thing we need is for women to have more unplanned pregnancies. That is not really what's desirable for society. That leads to a lot of problems. And of course the Republicans, they don't give a fuck about that kind of shit. But the rest of us do, so we need to fight their ass on this shit. Because this is a big problem with poverty and income inequality and gender inequality. Are these things is when women have pregnancies when they don't want them, when they're trying to do other things like find a career that they like, try to get their education. Unplanned pregnancy could just blow that shit up right there. This is the article talks about how this is the analysis for the healthcare bill that the Republicans are trying to create right now. The article goes on more, but it's kind of like general information that I've already looked at and you've probably already heard before, but I don't want to get into too much about what this specific article says, but I could leave a link to it down below. But defunding Planned Parenthood is just a disaster because women's health is people's health. Women are 51% of the population. So if you want the community to be healthy, you need to make sure that women are healthy. And you can't be defunding Planned Parenthood or any other health service that women need, because women are the majority of the people in the United States and in the world, just to let you guys know, to let you all know. So you can't just disregard as women or men, either gender, say, oh, well, that's just that gender's issue, so who gives a shit? No. That's almost half the population or a little bit more. So if they have a medical issue that's going to lead to problems, you got to fix that. You got to address that and make sure you're taking care of the people. You got to take care of everybody and not just a few people or half the population or just under half the population and expect to have a healthy community, a healthy nation, a healthy global world. Because Planned Parenthood, they don't just provide abortions, and that's only 3% of what they do anyway. So they do STD testing, they do breast exams for women, they provide birth control, so people, especially women, don't have unplanned pregnancies, because the unplanned pregnancies are the pregnancies that will lead to abortions. So if you're a conservative, you got to be for birth control. And then also did take environmental biology, and we did talk about how when women are educated and empowered, that's when they start to reduce the children that they have throughout their lifetime. So for you conservatives, if you really want women to not have abortions, instead of just pushing all these draconian laws on them about how they can't have any access to abortion, you need to empower them, make sure they get the education they need, and empower them and treat them equally in the workforce and in the labor market. So when you go and hire them, you're going to hire them and not look over them just because they're women. So those are the things that people really need to push if they really care about women and reducing abortion. So making sure that they do have access to safe birth control, safe, affordable birth control, and education. Because when women are educated and they pursue higher and more lofty careers, then they reduce the children that they have. And this has been studied, across the world plenty of times. So, and it was in my textbook. So, This is just hard facts. And then Planned Parenthood also provides other health care too. They provide. I'm on their website right now, and they provide services for anemia testing, cholesterol screening, diabetes screening, physical exams, including for employment in sports, flu vaccines, and a whole other variety of healthcare services that the people need. So Planned Parenthood is an essential part of our healthcare system, and on this website also talked about how sometimes it's the only healthcare provider in rural areas. So for rural areas and low income areas, sometimes they're the only option. So really, defunding Planned Parenthood is just going to raise healthcare costs. It's going to reduce the health of the people of the United States. So that's just another fucking disaster that the fucking Republicans want to do. Is take away our healthcare and put all that money into their fucking donors. So we need to fight that bullshit, because we've had enough of that. Oh, and just so you know, the wealthier women, they're going to get abortions no matter what. If you make it illegal or it's practically impossible to find a healthcare provider near you, yeah, the poor women and the working class women, they're not going to be able to get them as easily. But the middle class and up, especially the wealthy women, good jobs, they got a good professional career, they're going to have the means and the money to go to whatever clinic or whatever hospital they need to go to get an abortion. And it doesn't matter if they're progressive, liberal, in the middle. If they have an unplanned pregnancy and they don't want a child, they're going to get that abortion. So just keep that in mind. All right, thanks for watching.